My name is Maleek Shoyabi. I'm originally from Ogun State, Ijebu to be precise. I've got some traces from the north as well. So I've got a little bit of Hausa Tapa in me as well, like just a quarter, just a pinch. Yeah, music is my life, man. You know, it sounds cliche, but you know, ever since I was a kid, you know, I grew up watching Michael Jackson videos, watching Michael Jackson Motown at 25. That's the thing that inspired me and pushed me to want to actually go into music. And yeah, man, music has just always been in my household. You know, my grandma, you know, when I was younger, God rest her soul, we used to always go to Ijebu on the weekends and for Ilea as well. And you know, so many musicians like Barrister, you know, used to come and play, and so I've always had music in my blood, in my system, you know, whether it's Fuji or R&B or pop or grime, growing up in London. So yeah, man, music is my life. I got introduced to a then young boy who, you know, obviously goes by the name of Davido, and I got introduced to him by this girl who used to go to my university, who happens to be his cousin, and she was like, yeah, she's got this young, you know, cousin, and he's just like me, he produces, he sings, and blah 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 blah, that you should work with him. And this was like 2010. And you know, we connected, and we stayed connected since. Then I came out to Lagos in 2011 on a family holiday, and that's how, you know, I got to, I was staying with my family. Then I went over to stay with Davido and his people for about 2 weeks. And that's how I, you know, got to spending time with Davido, and I got to meet so many other people. Then one day, Wiz randomly came to Davido's studio. David had like a studio on his street, his dad's street. So like a couple blocks down was his studio, then a couple blocks up was his dad's like house. So we used to always go to the studio every day. Then one day Wiz just rolled up to the studio, and I met him that day. I played him 3 beats that day, and he jumped on those 3 beats straight away, and the rest is history. I'd just describe my sound as, you know, there's a new word, a new phrase I've been throwing around, Neo-Nigeria, Neo-Africa, which is like, you know, the new wave, the new sound. And it's just a fusion of all of my influences, whether it's R&B, pop, hip hop, you know, and me, it's like a cocktail of sounds, all of my influences growing up. You know, I wanted a new challenge for myself. You know, I wanted to, you know, take things to the next level. I wanted to play a part in, I think for ages ago, I saw what was about to happen with the African music industry and the scene, and I saw from ages ago our music crossing over into the mainstream. And I guess I just decided I wanted to become a part of that story. I wanted to become one of the ones that, you know, takes our sound to the world and colonizes the rest of the world with the African sound. And I think that's why I took that step. You know, crossing over into the whole artist realm hasn't been easy, but thank God. I feel like what you wear is definitely a representation of, you know, who you are. And yeah, fashion is very important to me. You know, like I spent years on, you know, Kanye University blog, you know, back in the day. So yeah, fashion is definitely important to me, and you know, I love it just as much as I love music. Okay, word of advice for young artists coming up in the game: find your truth and stick to it. And obviously that would make it easier to be yourself. You know, just be yourself, be original. Don't try and, you can look at some of your inspirations, look at what they're doing, but take something from them, try and make it better. but always be original and always just stay true, and study your craft. Oh, and learn an instrument, very important. If you want to last, learn an instrument.